Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 State Singles Semi-Final between Jono Voigt and Stuart Forbes. My name's Andrew Smith. I'll be joined shortly by Isaac Trenorden in the commentary box. It's an all Barossa Valley affair in this semi-final. Stuart Forbes from Newry, Jono Voigt from Angaston, although he is playing in the Metro at Adelaide in the last season or two. Jono defending his title. Stewie looking for his first. Been runner-up, I believe, a couple of times. It's a fairly long end to start with, but conditions are tremendous here at Holdfast again. A little bit of breeze out of the east, southeast. But the greens are once again sensational. Jono's started well, holding a couple. Stewie may have just fixed that little run off his own bowl for shot. Jono will be looking to sit that 2 seconds. Coming home nicely. And a great reply. For a shot, probably two looking at the monitor. We'll find out. The question's been asked. So Jono converted to two. Stewie changing hands on the backhand. Has bowl behind. Only one on the head, so can't go too big with weight. Great attempt. Just got a touch on that ball and faded away, so still a count of two. Just concerned about knocking that last bowl of Stewart's into the head, so he's changed hands under the forehand. Another good attempt, but Jono out of the blocks with a score of two. Just welcome Isaac Trenorden into the commentary box.
Thank you, Smithy. Apologies for the slight delay in my arrival.
I had everything under control, son. Don't you worry about that.
I wasn't too stressed, mate. Don't you worry. In good hands.
So we've gone to a short end after Stewie threw a fairly long, almost ditch-to-ditch end, and Jono very short. Have a good opening bowl. So Stewie on the eastern side of the green. There's a little bit of a southeaster blowing. Probably running a little quicker in this direction. Jono very smooth as always. Both players very good technically. Two good bowls.
Forbes with a change of hands.
Still just overweight a little, just adjusting to the different pace, a little quicker this way, pushing back into the breeze. In the first end they were on a very long end. Jono seems to have nailed the weight straight away.
Both players have been on this green the whole day, I believe, Smithy, have they?
Not sure.
Jono definitely played his first two here.
Stewie looking for a sit somewhere. Oh, just got to run off the wrong side of that bowl and ran away. So
yeah, be a bit disappointed with that. Still 3 down. Probably a little stiff just to continue to run away as well, I think.
Yes, it's a game of centimetres. Jono changing hands, pretty concerned a little with the possible trail. Stewie's forehand. He's not going, he wanted to get past and he's played a very good shot. That's certainly stopped the trail. Hard for the Jack to get past that one.
Yeah. So Forbes, you'd have to think Smithy just trying to get second wood, if not draw the shot. 4 down.
4 down, he looks quick and is quick. So what a start for Jono Voigt in his title defence. 6-0 after 2 ends. Matt right up on the Bowls SA logo. Had a great description from Brad Porter yesterday when commentating with him about how much trouble putting the Bowls SA logo down is.
Yeah, I think it's been a few years with those stencils that are made out of, I guess, a pretty solid cardboard. We're probably due for a fresh set.
Jono has found the weight immediately and impressively. It's a nice reply, but where he was a little heavy with the wind, he just shy of the weight into it.
Also falling a little short. Probably gives Forbes just a little sniff here, Smithy, just to really arrive through that pocket. Speed was probably pretty good for the shot.
Yeah, that was exactly the weight he was needing. Wanted a measure from the umpire, the marker.
Yes.
So our marker is Chris Jackson, known as Jacko. So we'll be seeking support here in the commentary box from him as far as who's holding and how many as we go. And the weight comes off again for Stewie. So early pressure for the left-hander.
Yeah. Just got to find a way to settle himself into this game, Smithy.
They can get away from you very quickly. It's not comfortable giving away an early lead, and if the lead extends much than the 6 shots at the moment, it's a long way back in a 21-up game. Well, there might be a little bit of a bonus there for Stewie as Jono's turned him in for a definite second wood.
Yeah.
He can play confidently onto that second wood.
Yeah. It doesn't really change what he's tried to play for the last two. If he can turn it over, he probably gets a little bit of confidence back.
Struggling for weight.
Yeah, needs to hurry.
So, Jono in the zone weight-wise. Stewie just scratching a little. Early days, though. 7-0.
That's it. Of course, game of singles, Smithy, there's no real, end time outside of getting to 21, so you've got all the time in the world.
Yes, you can get to 20 quickly, but 20 hasn't won a game yet. It's sometimes very difficult to get over the line when you're right on the cusp. Jono's rhythm looks excellent.
Yeah, it is the turning side, so he's probably going to run away here.
Stewie out on his forehand on the western side of the green, sliding through. Has to find the happy medium. Just sliding past in this direction and just not reaching in the other. So, he's a quality player. I'm sure he'll find it. He's corrected his weight, but his line just under still. Just can't seem to pull him back going this way. Yeah. So 2 bowls, 4 or 5 feet past. This looks a very well weighted bowl, and line is right. Very good.
Can he correct? Third time, third effort. Body language wants it to slow down.
No joy. Cut one out, but still down a solid 2. I'd really like to nail a back toucher, I would expect. Stewie with 3 bowls behind.
Reasonable arc. Oof.
Just left that one short. Not sure. Might tempt Stewie to try and trail on his backhand. But no, looking to try and correct his draw on the forehand.
Track's good. On speed. Doesn't have it.
Overcorrection. So Jono right out of the blocks now. Nine 0.
As we see this jack roll, we'll see if we can have a quick look at one of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a second.
Welcome back. Jono maintaining the shortish to the ditch length, and another good start from him. Stewie's decided to try the other side of the green. He's having a lot of joy there. Still left a bit in the tank with that one, so really struggling to control the weight or find the weight. The problems are multiplied when your opposition finds it straight away, Isaac.
100%. Probably the added difficulty too has been the couple of heads where they haven't been that tight. So there's nothing really, outside of the last one going this way, Smithy, hasn't been much he can just sort of rumble up and sit and stay and flop in for shot. He's had to really dead draw. Yeah,
that's a better effort. We'll wait for Jacko to let us know. Jacko is undecided, calls too close to call. Would need to pass his own to count. I think if it was already a measure, I doubt that one has made the distance. Stewart again on his backhand, just going to land on the short bowl of Jono's. No damage done, I don't think, but his weight was good then if he'd got snuck past that.
Yeah. Still room to draw around. It's the wide hand. Probably rather draw on the forehand, Smithy. Maybe just with perfect draw weight, latch onto the front stuff, danger. Than be on a pretty good line and crashing that short one of Forbes on the other hand.
Yes, well, having been all over the way, having a little look at trying to trundle into his own front ones here.
Played it well.
That's brilliantly played. It certainly made shot. And the bowl that was the measure hasn't moved, so that would be one and a measure.
So the front two are the ones in question here, Smithy. One and a measure, as you said. Do you try and draw this if you're Forbes? Still been scratching around for the weight, or do you maybe give yourself a chance to get them both? Even get one out?
Well, if he pumps a bowl onto the jack into the ditch, there's no touches, so he's no worse off. So it may be time to attack, get himself a chance just to loosen up.
Yeah.
Big weight on the forehand.
Oh, missing wide.
Pushed it wide.
It's really one of those ones to miss tight then, Smithy, wasn't it? You get any contact on any of the front three, you're in a better position.
Yep, nothing for wide. Tapes come out. So one already declared. Fairly close. One only. But gets him to double fingers in 5 ends. So, Matt on the Bowls SA logo, Jack to the tee. Jono persisting on his western side of the green.
Yeah, looks
Let's
quick.
push this one a little bit through. Stays up though. So Stewie definitely needs the confidence build of a good first bowl, and I think he's played one. Yes, that's a good shot. 2 feet past, 18 inches past. It's the first time he's held shot after the first bowls.
Yeah, true.
It's corrected well. Jacko's having a look. Giving us nothing. Yes, the 2 bowls better weighted, and Jacko indicating that Stewie has 1. Jono changing hands. Down on the forehand. Only his second bowl in the game on this side of the green, but played it well. Just needs to run. Pulls up shy.
Forbes on a real wide arc, but it's trying to come home. Running out of steam, probably, ultimately.
Not sure whether Jono will stay on the forehand. He has chances, turn his own, trail the jack,
Yeah.
or simply draw the shot. A little high to turn. He sat the bowl, but no, hasn't turned it far enough, so Stewart will, barring accidents, be off the mark.
So, probably could have afforded to be a little bit more than if he wanted to, I think, Jono. Do you think, Smithy? He has the backest down there, and he was still a chance of turning his own onto the shot.
It was, well, the only mistake was being wide, so it was just a bowl wide.
Forbes holding one, going to get himself onto the board.
Quite going to run it for another. So 1. Stewie salutes.
That's it.
And straight away, length is changed to very close to full length.
That's it. Quick update on the other semi-finals here. Smithy, Simon Geeta-Johnson up against John Freeban. Simon up 4-3. And in the ladies' semi-finals, Daisy Coe looks to be up 7-2 over Liliana Perrin from Curtin Bowling Club. You've got Karen Gatto and Polly Mansell.
7-3, I think, in favour of Karen.
Yep.
Meanwhile, change of length. Jono, perfect line, just short. Stewie just short again, going into the breeze. Down on his backhand. Certainly reached that time, not a long way past, but just over the weight. Sometimes let that one go and is immediately unhappy. That is why. He's missed his line. Stewie just under, over, under, just wrestling with the weight.
Yeah. Could have afforded to send that third one up there, try and get a little bit of jack moving, get some wind in the sails. Jono urging this one to hurry.
Yes, well, the change of length has worked to a degree for Stewie, but still probably finds himself 2 down. Change of hand. Bowls away nicely. A lot of turning to do, but will make it back to the line, but just over weight. Wait for Jacko to let us know what's happening here.
It's just hard to tell always with the camera angles, but it almost looks like it could be 2 to Jono.
Well, Jacko's just indicated a measure. So we'll get an indication of his 2020 vision shortly.
Jono pulls down the forehand. Got his own bowls to turn up. Sneaks past. He is pretty much guaranteed to be shot.
Yes, anything that beats his own, if it's already a measure. The weight looks pretty handy.
Yeah.
So he sits and then runs past. Suggest that is at least 2.
Oh, looks like 3 on the camera, but it's always, hard to tell.
3 it is. Good call. So it's blown out 13-1. Give up, but giving a player of Jono's ability a 12-shot start. And playing well.
Yeah. That's a start. Probably doesn't have to chase the shot just yet. Forbes positively drawing up. Get something past even.
He's played a nice shot. It's not going to be shot, but that's a good reply.
Yep.
Sets him up to convert.
That's it. As long as he doesn't go in the pit, it's probably a reasonable shot.
Right, stays up. But the fact Stewie's played a good first bowl allows him to be playing with a little bit of confidence here.
Yeah.
Looks like he's very well weighted, very close to sitting the shot bowl.
Well played.
It's a good shot. And he's made shot.
Jono going to play something very similar here. Sits a bowl, trails the jack down the line. It's a nice positive draw for him.
Just needs to die a little harder than it is. Just out and around.
Probably got to change the way this looks a little bit, I think, here, Smithy. Do you reckon?
Well, with due care, 3 blue bowls behind.
I think just maybe a positive draw through his wider one. This is the third shot.
Probably work off that one if he turned that once into a good spot. Or
missed to there.
Missed it there, so
there or thereabouts.
Takes the backward danger away to a degree. But I think Jono's playing well enough. He'll just try and draw a toucher for 2.
Yep, agree.
He likes it. Stalking it.
They're going to turn hard enough.
Oof. Must be close.
Still maybe. I think on the camera angle, I think I favour Forbes just.
Yes, Jacko's given us the green paddle. Stewart playing with the green discs on his bowls. Jono, the blue.
Going to take it. It's probably a good decision. I reckon I would have done something similar.
You'd hate to be 113 down, 1 up, and give it away in a very tight situation like that. Jono could put the measure on him. Scare him a bit. Well, he is putting the measure on. The caliper's out. I don't think they'll reach, will they? Concedes. So 1 to Forbes. 2-13. So not going for the long end. He's just going to settle back to a medium length and see if he can find his weight and get himself back into the game. Yes, the weight curse hasn't deserted him yet.
No, be disappointed with that, no doubt.
First bowl pressure so important in a singles game.
Jono pretty close. We're just going to run out of steam a little too, but it's a reasonable first attempt.
Heading down on the backhand again. Looks better weighted. Played a good shot. That is a good correction. Just what he needed. Jono gets some action on his short bowl, pushes it up for a good second wood. So Jono just checking the position of the shot bowl. We're just going to try and get the faintest touch on it. Got a little bit of weight. Tight though. Oop, nearly a slide off there. The bowl behind, so...
Yeah, good move here from Forbes, changing over. Don't think he can get the shot bowl off clean, as in Voigt probably can't get him off clean, so I think Jack's going to get moving if it does. Running for cover, probably best case.
So that asks the question of Jono. The wrong contact on the shot bowl probably gives Stewart 3 shots. Thanks for that message, Joss. Is he doing any good? Is he in focus? So attacking with big weight. Wants that, if he connects, wants the jack to go a long way. Just takes his own bowl out clean. No damage though. He had 2 seconds when he played the shot.
Well played, Stuart Forbes. Front resting toucher, or nearly. I think he just got poked up another inch or so. So good to string a couple of ends together, see if he can get another third one, and so on from here.
Yes. It's a long way to 21 one at a time. But
staying a little longer.
It's starting to get a bit better feel, I think.
I can't remember, Smithy, I don't know the exact stat, but I know Stu was talking about it a couple nights ago. He's played in 5 state finals and never been able to get over the line. So
Yes, I knew that he'd been runner-up.
Yeah.
In this event as well, but also runner-up in other state pairs, I think, last year.
Yeah. Body language suggesting he's quick. Doesn't want to put the jack down the line.
That is... Well, yes, it wasn't a good bowl, but still desperately unlucky to put it that close to Jono's bowl. Jono needs just to play the same bowl as he played with his first one, yeah. And it looks pretty handy.
Does. What a shot.
Very handy. That just rubs salt right into the wound.
Yeah.
So aggression. Got them out clean. I think he touched the jack also.
I don't know. Yeah.
Watch the replay.
Don't think so.
I don't think that was a toucher.
However, Jono doesn't have one on the green until this one stops.
He does have a toucher in the ditch on the out by the peg.
Good point. Forbes running again, trying to get this shot bowl off. Needs help.
So Jono needs to pass his own. Has done, but can't really see what's happening with the bowl in the ditch. But that's good shooting, drawing to the ditch for a couple. So 15 shots to 3. Jono's let the jack go. He thinks he's running a bit quick, but no, he's right. A lovely start again. Just a couple of feet past, but the line's been pretty well immaculate as well.
Good follow-up from Forbes. Just probably ran through a little further than I thought it would have.
Stewie down again. All three of those bowls looked like they had better weight than they have. Maybe a little bit of protection close down there on the tee from the breeze. A bit of overcorrection from Stewart. Well, this must be good, weight-wise. Will be the shot, yes. Didn't like that out the hand at all. I thought he was struggling straight out of the mitt, and he realised pretty quickly he hadn't sent it. Chance for Jono to put more pressure. There's already a lot of scoreboard pressure on Stewie Forbes, so one down again this end with one left to go, and Jono a chance just to consolidate.
Can he nail it? Speed was awesome on his previous attempt.
He's looking good. That's pretty good shooting. Jack high though, so
Yeah, maybe left enough of a hole there as well, I guess.
Yes. We may see some aggression, perhaps. Yes, looking to drive those two bowls out. Just the one. Thought they both had to go. He's even hit the right half of the front one.
Probably needed to get a little more of the inside, I think, more than the out, or a little less of the outside even.
Yeah.
Just it was a bit of a tricky setup, I think, just the angles of those two. If they were a bit more level, probably made it a little easier. One shot to Jono, 16-3. Only 11 ends played here, Smithy. You and I might get an early minute if it continues.
We might get an early minute, but we'll probably get a long wait.
We'll get a long lunch. That's what we'll get. All right, as we get this end underway, quick update on the other semi-finals. Simon Gator-Johnson out to a 10-5 lead over Freeban. Karen Gatto leading Polly Mansell leading Karen Gatto 8-7. And the end rink, Smithy, is just out of my viewing power.
Yes, the sun's getting to that stage where the reflection makes it too hard to pick up, certainly for my eyes. Meanwhile, Jono, a great first bowl again.
Yeah. Just zoomed in with my phone, mate. 13-6 in favour of Daisy Coe. She's in a bit of form.
In great form. She played a sensational semi-final in the live stream yesterday with a partner and then went on to win convincingly in the final. She's having a great week. It's so encouraging to see someone young playing the game so steadily and head screwed on game-wise as well. Like, very, very good. Very impressive.
Forbes needs to hurry. Needs to hurry to be of any use back there. Yeah, that probably does the job.
So Johnny looking just to settle on to the bowl. He's got the jack, but I'm not sure if he's made shot. We'll wait for Jacko to give us an update. No, Stewie's still holding shot, so he's just got the wrong side of the jack there. This looks well weighted.
He's probably all over it.
He was all over it, but I think he'll count.
Yep.
2. So Jono makes the backhand draw difficult. He may try to beat his own outside bowl on the forehand. Out on this forehand for only the 3rd time in the match. Just not going to run it out.
Holding 2 here, Smithy. Forbes.
Yep, no real danger.
Do you draw again, or do you
You'd
hunt that shot bowl? Well, that 3rd wood, I should say, of Jono Voigt. There's a small hole up the front.
I think I'm coming from a more conservative era. I think I'm drawing to my own back counter.
I think I am too here. There's a chance of it. You're a bowl or 2 wide and some yucky things can occur. So I think you just got to try and draw another. Can pretty positively draw up there, though. Gets a turn out of his own is okay. On a wide arc.
Not a wide arc, but the pace looks good. So if it gets back, just over the line was actually good. Oop, he's fallen in. Two shots. First multiple for Stewie Forbes. Goes to 5-16.
So stretched him out early, Smithy. He was down 10-zip, got the shot, picked up one, went tee to tee, didn't quite work for him. Has sort of found maybe a little bit more comfort in this. Matt just short of halfway, Jack on the tee, kind of a length.
And that's a better first bolt. It's perfect. It's a good reply from Jono, just sliding by.
Forbes, can he double up? Gets a turn out of his own, is okay. Did have probably a little too much heat on it. Did go pretty straight there for a little bit though. Once it sort of got past that Cooper's tee, it didn't sort of bite as much as they normally do. But again, he did have he was in the pit, I reckon.
We've got the southeaster blowing, or it's pretty much due east now, so they're playing really what should be the narrow hand. According to the breeze, doesn't always work that way. He's not happy. He's let that go and dropped the head straight away, so not sure why. It's certainly counting. So Jono looking to correct. Looks to have played a good shot. Won't be shot, but second would. Stewie, this is a very good effort. I'm not sure what that does. Oh, difficult to tell, but come on, Jacko.
Has at the very least changed it up, Smithy, but it's a pretty good setup here for Jono. Can just arrive up on his forehand, makes it off Stewart's bowl that was the shot. Trails the Jack in the pit for two.
Yes, he's playing an aggressive weight. That would certainly suggest he's down at least two. It's cutting early. Jacko got the paddles set for two, so we'll wait. Two it is. So Stewie Forbes just starting to claw his way back. So Matt on the Cooper sign, Jack on the tee. Seems to be the recipe that's... we've got him 4 shots in 2 ends, so... And he's well out again. Great start.
That's it. Just finding a little bit of rhythm now, Forbes.
He's a quality player. He was always sure that would come. It's just a matter of whether the mountain's too big to climb. But it's from 10-0 down. He's now 9 behind. So the damage was 13.
He's got to string a few ends together, just like Jono did in those first 5. Strings another 2 or 3, and we are certainly in with a red-hot game.
It's good bowling. Just slide past. Little touch on Jono's second wood. Jono has changed to the forehand. May have lost a little confidence in that backhand. He's angling just a little outside the line, or, well, not outside the line, just a fraction over the weight.
Yeah, I wonder if that wind is probably, like you said earlier, Smithy, is probably a true easterly, although all 3 flags are going a different direction at the moment. Maybe just prefers the wider side. Forbes needs to be gentle. Oh.
Nearly slid it down the line. Could have been a disaster. Oh, it looks to have improved his weight.
Very close here, isn't he?
He has played a great shot. That's a lovely draw ball. 4 shot. Jacko gives us the mail.
So can play an awesome shot here on his forehand, Smithy. Just essentially a resting toucher would obviously do wonders, but a small touch on the jack is good.
Well, the backhand's fraught with danger. Run roll on Jono's bowl, I think, would make life worse for him, and Jack would go, perhaps 8 or 10 inches to Jono's bowls. So
it could be 3 down if it goes really bad.
So the left-hander on his backhand, following Jono's last bowl down.
Playing with a little more, just doesn't want the outside edge of his to nearly flick it out.
Very, very close.
Oh.
So the jack's moved, but all it's served to do is get it closer to Jono's shot bowl.
And a little more room for Jono to draw a second, unfortunately.
He'll probably stay on that forehand now. Stewie's bowl's at least jack high, so no danger of turning that in at all. Bowls away. Looks very well weighted again.
Yeah, it's an absolute bomb, Jono Voigt.
That's great shooting.
Oh, little rock back.
Little rock back. I missed the rock back. 2 it is. So, within striking distance of the game now, Jono.
That's it. See if we can get a quick ad break, Smithy, and we'll be back in just a moment. See there, 12-7, favour of Simon Gita Johnson over John Freeband from Snowtown. And Jono getting underway with a very good start. 14 ends played. Of course, it's first to 21, the singles semi-final and final. Forbes not going to go away without a fight. Draws the shot.
Yes, Jono's gone back to the short length on the Bowls SO logo to the Coopers logo. Served him so well. Two good bowls. Still one down, but head building. Sure, he looks well weighted again.
Needs to turn a little more.
Just on the outside of Jono's bowl. That's something for Jacko to give us a bit of information. Yes, he's given the shot away.
Jono changes hands, but runs out of steam. Well played, Stuart Forbes draws the absoluter. But a little wall here for Jono Voigt. To arrive up on the backhand, a little bit of jack movement.
Been interrupted by a
B maybe?
An insect of some description.
So 2 balls to sit, a jack to move. All happens if he arrives.
Played it very, very well. Has he made the shot? Certainly cut one out. Stuart Forbes holds on for the shot.
Forbes, delicate draw on his backhand. Can make it off of Jono. Just probably.
I think that was an extremely safe shot.
Yeah.
4-1. Taking him to 8-18.
Women's semi-finals. Tightened up a little bit on the Gatto Mansell rink. 10-10. Daisy Coe still holding on to a pretty strong lead over there. Looks to be 17-2.
So Stewie back to the 3/4 length. Misses his line. Just crosses over the head. Just dying a yard short, so mixing up the length, just affecting the players a little.
It looks like he's got the mat up another metre or probably a metre compared to what he's been playing previously, Smithy.
That's a good shot. Jono back on the backhand this end. Slides under his own for shot.
Forbes, can he correct? That is the arc. Just needs to hurry all the way. Played it pretty well. Done enough for shot. Voigt with nothing past either here, Smithy. So he's just got to... play a nice draw up to the jack.
Looking good. Continues to turn. It has sat Stewie's bowl out. Does that make two? Oops. No, one only, but excellent bowl from Jono. Each player one to come. Stewie would love to get the jack 18 inches.
Well, he's got a little more than 18 inches here. Smithy, he's played it way too wide. I guess at the end of the day, it always comes down to personal choice there, but I think playing that speed, there was more holes came into the game. He could miss sort of just inside that blue one and outside the jack with that kind of speed. If he sort of made a bit more of a 3, 4, 5, 6, even 10-foot trail.
A little more arc on the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut down those gates.
Yep.
I guess if you hit it,
correct.
It doesn't really matter what
Correct.
the weight is, but yeah, he probably overplayed it. May well have been the line he wanted to just play far too quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Personal choice, I guess, as well. It's sort of been scratching around a little bit from much of the first half of this game, so
you've got to go with what you're confident with.
That's it.
Jono's disappointed with that last one, but
really interesting. Jacko put the paddle up for just the one, but it does look like a...
does look two. So Jono right on the edge.
That's it. One away. End 17 here. Of course, ends not really relevant outside of giving a bit of context to the game. First to 21, Jono Voigt one away.
Yes, it's well, it's been done before, but not very often, and not very often against the quality of player that Jono Voigt is. But it's one way of doing it. Start throwing them close.
Sometimes the hardest one to get for a few ends when you get in this position, Smithy.
Yes, you sort of get that feeling that you're done, but you're not done.
Although
that one's pretty handy.
Yep.
Hasn't blocked the jack though, so
I think the biggest part of Stewie's game so far today has been this one trying a little too hard and falling short. So hopefully he's up into this a little. Speed was okay with his last. Speed was good then too.
So, yes. Jono, I thought Jono might switch to the backhand. He's holding game, might have switched to get to those two, but his confidence would be high. And if he nails the jack, then it takes that shot away.
Yeah.
going past into a good spot anyway, so... So Stewie playing with weight.
Oh my, that is really stiff.
So he's hit the shot bowl and driven his two closest bowls out of the head for 3 down. Jono only needs 1, but he'll be hoping to get a closer one than he has at the moment.
Yeah.
The only saving grace for Stewie is giving him some room to draw the shot, subject to whatever Jono does here.
Chasing. Got some interest.
And it will be the best one, and it is an excellent one. So it's Sydney or the bush here. Can't see Stewie doing anything but running again on his backhand. Jack in the ditch is probably 2.
And got to draw within, 5-6 centimetres here, Smithy. So I think he's just had a run. I think you go again.
Yeah, we've got bug trouble. Might need to get Brad back to spray.
Yeah.
So Stewie on the backhand trying to save game, running, look tight out of the hand. And it is. So a very strong performance from Jono Voigt to earn his right into the second state singles final in succession. Great effort from Stewie Forbes through the event to make the semi-final. It's a long road to get here, and so he can still hold his head up high. He'd be disappointed with that result, but 2 quality players, Jono getting the best of the day.
Absolutely, Smithy. Absolutely. Very well wrapped up. Before we leave here, we'll give you a very quick update on the other semi-finals. Simon Gator-Johnson up 19-7 over John Freeban. Karen Gatto, believe, down by 3, 13-10. So Polly Mansell leading that one. And Daisy Coe looks to be up 18-4 or 18-14. It's awfully tricky to see with the sun. Yes, up 18-14. So we'll be bringing you the women's final as soon as we can. So these guys still got a few ends left to play. Once we can bring you that final, we shall. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We look forward to catching you on the next stream.
Daisy was always staying.
Oh, so it was just the mum that was in the set. The mum was
I think
the partner.
you may be thinking of the people that lost in the final.
No, they won it.
The other lady that played with her. The young chick definitely had accommodation, but maybe her partner.
Maybe the partner.
She was always scheduled to play today.